everyone, welcome back to another episode of Scratch. So, today we're going to be getting more into detail about the UI stuff.
Yeah, let's first start with this stage backdrop. So before we saw this button right here, choose a backdrop from library. If we click that, it pops up a bunch of different stock images we could choose for a library. We could sort them by category.
Last time we got a heart.
Or theme. Which one should we choose today? How about one of these nature ones? Which one should we do?
Blue sky.
That looks, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one. Okay. There's some other buttons too, though. So we can click this one to paint a new backdrop. So if we wanted to go in here, and then if we had actually good drawing skills, we could go and draw it with lines, and we could choose color. I have no good drawing skills, so I'm not even going to try to attempt it.
I'm great at drawing.
And then you could draw circles, put text down, hello. You could do all kinds of stuff. So feel free to have fun trying to draw. If you have a Wacom pen that lets you draw with a computer pen, that's even better.
Or if you're good at drawing with the mouse.
Yeah, you can try to be good at drawing with a mouse.
I'm good at drawing with the mouse.
The next button allows you to.
Pygmy.
The next button allows you to upload a backdrop from file. So if you click that, it will allow you to choose a file that exists on your computer and upload that directly to the game. So you basically can import your own images that you found on the internet or took elsewhere. The next button allows you to actually create a backdrop from your camera. So if you have a camera plugged in, I don't have a camera plugged into this computer, but I imagine you could. So that's the backdrop section. The next section I want to talk about is the sprite section. So over here we saw there was a new sprite button, and that allows you to add a new sprite to the category. Which sprite should we choose this time?
Cake.
Cake. Where is cake?
Cake. Next to the
All right.
X.
Choose the cake. All right, so now we have two sprites in the scene, the cat and a cake.
Also, if you click onto a sprite, then there will be different scripts.
Yeah, that's true. So that's a good point. So let's go back to our cat and add that simple script we saw last time, which is an event. So drag out when the green flag is clicked, and let's move 10 steps, just like we saw before. Really simple script. Now, if we click back on the cake, he has nothing. He has no script. Only the cat has a script. So every sprite has its own set of scripts. That's an important note about how this program works. The next button over here is, again, lets you paint a new sprite. So you can click here, and then you can paint, if you have drawing skills yet again, you can go, let's see, paint a blue box.
Fill it in.
Yeah, let's see. Then there's paint. Then there's a fill. And let's fill it in with a gradient. There we go. So now we have a gradient square, and that's our new sprite. So here's our sprite, and it also has scripts. So we can go, let's say events when clicked. Let's move it. So when I click, the cat and the square are going to move. The cake does not move because it doesn't have a script attached. See that?
Yeah.
All right.
And same thing as backdrop, you can upload one from the computer.
Yep.
Or from a camera.
Yep, that's right. So you want to talk about these buttons?
Yeah. So that's a duplicate button. So you could click on like a sprite, then it'll duplicate it. So now we have two cakes.
So they're right on top of each other, so you're going to drag them apart. So now we have two cakes. If we duplicated this cat, for example, the scripts that are with this cat also get duplicated. So now you see both cats have the same script, but they're independent. So if I add, let's say, move 10 on this cat doesn't have move 10. He has a single move. So even though I duplicated it, but they're independent once you duplicate. What's the next one?
The next one is the delete tool. In case, you just got a sprite, you accidentally duplicated one, and you want to delete it, or, you can't figure out how to delete it. It's a backup.
Yep. So it's just a quick way to delete all the sprites you have.
Did you delete the original?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Saves the original.
Well, I just clicked on the one that I duplicated.
The next one is a grow button, so it'll up the size a bit. So
yeah, let's say we want to make this cat really big. We just click and click, and the cat gets huge. Now it's a huge cat.
Well, that cake is pretty tiny. So.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one is the shrink tool in case you accidentally clicked the grow tool or you just want to make things really tiny.
Yep. We can shrink the cake and have a big cat and a small cake. Or the opposite. So you can have fun playing with these.
Make the cake huge.
All right, let's make a huge cake.
This would not happen in real life. You can't just take a grow or shrink tool.
That is true.
And just have a cake be bigger.
All
That would be awesome, but not in real life.
So in future episodes, we'll look at a lot of the different types of scripts and all these different things. In this episode, I wanted to look at these options. So there's these tabs up here, costumes and sounds. So the way costumes work is this is basically let's click on the cat. So if you look here, he's basically kind of animating. This is a way to set up animation. So you can import different sprites that kind of make your cat look like he's moving. This is how you would get animation. And for each costume, you could do the same kind of thing. You could choose, let's say.
Yeah, same thing as all the other.
So you can choose like. All right, there's now the cat can become a bat. You know, he'll change costume into a bat, for example. Sounds of this is another asset you can work with. So you can choose a sound from a library like this one, and then you have a whole bunch of sounds, and you can play them before you click on them. So that's a duck sound.
The cat can make a duck sound.
Yep. So here's the original meow sound that gets loaded by default, and you can let's see. I think you can make it softer. I think you have to select it maybe. So now it's quieter. And we'll look in the future about how you play them. Basically, you would go here and then you would do play sound.
Yeah.
And then let's choose meow. So now what my script does is when I click this bat, he'll move 10 steps forward and play the sound meow. Now, why is he a bat? That's because in the costume section, I have him chosen this one. So I could just click back here. He has 3 costumes, the third one being a bat. And there you go. So now when I click this button, so you can get real annoying real quick by making it play too many sounds too fast. But if you choose the right sounds and they're correct, they sound good, then you'll be fine. Up top, this button right here lets you choose the language if you want to choose it something other than English. You have a file button. Oops, I accidentally clicked the about. I'll switch back. So you have a file new. You can save it. Yep, save.
Save as a new copy. Go to my stuff.
Yep,
upload from a computer, or download to your computer, or record or export video, or revert.
Yep. So I think you know what save does. Save as a copy lets you kind of copy the project. Going to my stuff is the project list. So when you click download to your computer, it actually is allowing you to save the project as a file. This is an SB2 file. And then you can just upload it back. So if you want to change computers, but usually when you're signed in, all your projects are online when you're with your account. So you typically don't have to do this. So if you click the record and export video, this allows you to actually create a video of your project and record up to 60 seconds of video. So if you kind of wanted to make a little YouTube video of your project and post that, you could. And revert just gets you back to the point where you last saved.
There's also an edit button, which lets you...
I think this is an undo, which undoes the last thing you did.
Well, it's an undelete button. So if you accidentally deleted something, then you can get it back.
Yeah, let's delete this cat. Oops, and then we can undelete. There we go. And then there's
a small stage layout, which makes everything smaller, which I wouldn't recommend. There's also a turbo mode.
I think the turbo mode basically makes the game run fast, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have a complex game and you want it just run really quick, you could just go there and set it there. That's pretty advanced. Tips will pop up some help on the side. The about button will jump to an about page.
But we're the tips.
That's right. We're trying to explain the entire game if we can.
Yeah.
Down here we have some ways to zoom this in.
Which could be helpful or unhelpful if you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so you can make it really small.
Why would you want to do that
really big?
small? Nobody can read that.
And then the equal sign, I think, just does 100% zoom. I think that's a good stopping point for this episode. Next episode, we'll try to dig more into these scripts and try to get into some real programming.